Well, hey there, welcome back and welcome to St. Elmo, Colorado. St. Elmo is touted as the most accessible and most preserved ghost town in Colorado. And as a ghost town, mining town, abandoned town aficionado, I actually think there are lots of ghost towns and mines that are very accessible. This one is, however, highly accessible to all passenger vehicles and probably even wheelchairs and disabilities, so keep that in mind. The road up until the last 5 miles is completely paved. The last 5 miles is maintained, dirt, gravel-ish road, so very accessible, but the downside is this is also very touristy. So if you're looking for other ghost towns that are less touristy, just check out my channel. There's lots of them on there, or just private message me. I got you, boo. I got you. But this is definitely a pretty cool stop, so let's keep exploring. My toxic trait is that every little shack like this that I see, I think I could make that work. So could Beans, apparently. He's making it his. If you're ready to see what I mean by touristy, watch this. I'm going to move the car closer. When I got here, Fiends was being very spicy, and by spicy I mean loud and barking constantly, so I kind of just parked in the first spot. But I'm gonna move a little bit closer so that I can run into the general store real quick. It's not hot, but I just don't like being this far away from him if I leave him in the car, so we're gonna move closer, check out the St. Elmo general store. Hey baby. The general store was kind of a mix of an outside junkyard meets like convenience store. It was really cool. It had lots of antiques, so I would have loved to hang out had he not been waiting in the car. But when I first started living on the road, I thought every little town I go to, I'm gonna get postcards and send home. Y'all, it's really hard to find specific town postcards. So it's like really easy to find Colorado, but that kind of defeats the purpose because I've been in Colorado the whole time. But St. Elmo had postcards. So we had some postcards to send home. Sticker, of course. And then this is really cool. This is a leather postcard, so somebody special gets that. Oh, I got a second sticker too. But what I'm also doing is Silverton weather has been really chilly, like late 60s, high 60s. And I get really cold, and because I had originally planned to move back over the pass into warmer weather, I didn't bring as much colder weather clothes, and so I've been like just living in my coat, which is kind of annoying. So I've told myself if I'm in a new town and I see a cute sweater or sweatshirt, then like buy it there versus, you know, just do like a Walmart sweatshirt, so that way I have some memories. So they had a really cute one. I got it a little big so I can have shirts under it, but it's like that waffle weave awesomeness that I love, so super cozy. So got that. And actually pricing wasn't bad. Sometimes they really get you in these little tiny stores, but pricing actually was pretty good. So, St. Elmo's over. I had planned for that to take like 3 hours because you know how I am in a mining town, and it didn't. It took about an hour and 20 minutes. So we are going to continue on down the road and see what we can see. I know there's some other mines, some mills, maybe some just open land to let fiends play. So let's go see what we can see. Right? I also forgot chapstick. Forever forgetting chapstick. It's not my favorite kind of road. It started out real good. I had read the reviews on this and it said passenger car friendly. I don't know who the fuck wrote that review. I've seen multiple cross tracks back here, so it's not that, it's just it's slow going for me. It's only 5 miles and I've got less than a mile. Normally, I would have just like pulled off to the side when it started to get this rough. But I have to beat the bridge, is only open till 6:30, so I have to beat that. So I don't have as much time as I would normally have, so we're just taking our good old time. But yeah, I love off-road reviews, man. There's only one spot that was like, holy fuck. Excuse the language, so sorry if your children are in the room. That a forester was in front of me and I didn't see how bad it was until it like passed and I was like, oh, there's nowhere else to go, so I had to send it. So I get to do that going back, which should be fun going down. But anywho, if you can't tell, I'm not a big off-road person. Like this is probably easy for most people. And it's easy, it just, I stress out. I stress out some. All right, we should only have like a couple tenths of a mile to this mine. Fingers crossed, because I'm over this. Maybe, even though there wasn't any signs, I think maybe what we passed was the Romney Hancock. So we're gonna go back there because I'm now at 6 miles and I just found a bunch of cars, but they're parked at like an event center. This is a weird area. But I probably should have done more research, but like I said, I kind of honestly thought that I would be at St. Elmo for a really long time. So I didn't do a lot of extra research in the area because I knew I only had about half a day here. So my bad, lesson learned. So let's go check out the little mine that we did just see and see what it is. No, no chasing the deer. Come on. I could make it work. Just wait, just wait. Right, Boo? But this house has this view. And I'll give it to you without me in it as well, because I don't think y'all want that. Really need to do something other than just walk to like entertain you guys. area is really cool. It looks like it just keeps going up into the mountains quite a bit. So we're gonna follow the road just a little. I'm really not wearing the appropriate shoes. Oh, we are not going this way, kid. Come. Oh, no, no. There's a road though, so we're gonna go up that road that is not covered in water. Man, these views, y'all. Like, seriously. Dance with me, baby. Bro, where are you going? Actually just looks like there's more tailings piles up here, but no buildings. I knew from a little bit that I read on these, there wasn't much left back here. I don't know how big these were. The one structure's pretty big, but to not have like a designated town site, at least that I can see, seems a little odd if it were bigger, but I don't know. I'll do some research and I'll let you know. Maybe I'll make a little short. Maybe, I don't know, but I'll let you know. All right. Or I'll come back down. Whew. Trying not to kill myself. Walking and talking is hard, y'all. Here's your house, kid. Here's your house. No chill, no. Y'all, I seriously cannot make this shit up. So, last clip, him playing with the rock. Where does he return? But to his rock house. Now he has 2 rocks in here. Boo. Oh, Boo. I care about your teeth, kid. I love you. Alright, let's go. Time to go. Come on. Oh, not that one, sir. Oh, okay. That's on the precarious side. Wing and a prayer, baby. Holding up by a wing and a prayer. Wow. That's gonna be gone soon. So it definitely looks like this continues down the mountain, but nature has reclaimed the Romney Hancock mine. I wish I could give you guys details. I'm failing as a vlogger today, but we never said I was a travel vlogger. You just come hang out with me. I'll try to put a little detail on the screen for you, but alas, it is time for us to head back because we have to get out of here. And then we have to get past that bridge before it closes. I'm gonna pick up groceries on the way home, all that fun stuff. So, sadly, it's time to leave. Boo. So as I'm driving along, there was some more stuff down to the side. So if you're out in this area, just like walk the road for a little bit. It looked like there was a trail down to some more buildings. So if you're like me and you like exploring this stuff, keep walking northwest away from the mine, that like mill itself, and there's definitely some more stuff. Okay, I gotta focus, bye. through the hardest part. The rest is just rutted mess. But I love that through the hardest part, I had a Forester, a Outback, and a Crosstrek. We were all in a row. So it was actually kind of nice because I got to see their approach to it and just kind of follow that. The Outback has just a slight bit more clearance than I do, and that's a wilderness, so it has a different approach angle. But the angle wasn't the problem, so that was fun. It's cool just to be behind a bunch of Subarus. Yeah, I'm very over this road though. But every time I do stuff like this, I get more confidence in my vehicle, which is nice, but I don't like doing this stuff because this is my daily driver, so. Tight. While I'm driving down this really bumpy road, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. I'm only going the 5 miles an hour, so y'all, I'm fine. I'm gonna tell you a story because it's happening right now and it's hilarious. So, if you don't know what a marmot is, they've been in a few of our videos, but marmots are like big groundhogs with mean teeth, like big buck teeth. And they are usually like more in the alpine tundra, but I'm in Silverton and Silverton's alpine tundra, so they're around, and my new spot is right by a, if this is like disjointed, it's just because I'm focused. I know y'all are like, Michelle, pay attention. I am paying attention, but talking actually helps me, so. So they are known to be a bit of a nuisance in terms of getting in and denting in people's cars. In the 6 years that I have been visiting Silverton, I've not had any issues with marmots. The very first day at my spot, a marmot decided to make its home in my engine compartment. And that ended up being a 3-day standoff with said marmot. I could not get it out. It was very angry, very volatile. It was, anything I poked it with, it was biting, and it kept disappearing into where my crankshaft comes in. So I couldn't get to it. I drove the car, I did everything I could trying to get this thing out for 3 days, and they can do a lot of damage. They can chew up wiring harnesses, through hoses, and so I'm like panicking, I'm stressed. So on the 3rd morning, I put a message in Silverton's community board. I'm like, please help me, like, I don't know how to get this dang thing out of my car. And so everybody like gave me ideas. Some people were like, put a bullet in it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna shoot into my engine compartment. Anyhow. But what worked was a ammonia soaked rag mixed with a hose. So I took the ammonia soaked rag, I put it in the engine compartment, and then I put one under the car. And it came out, and the second it came out, you know, it got scared, so it would want to go like right back in. I was like sitting there with the hose, and I like sprayed the thing until it went running away, and then I jumped in my car and moved it, and I parked it downtown. So after work, this was like, I was like getting ready to start a meeting, it was raining, so like me and Fiends are just like hoofing it, trying to get, you know, back to start the meeting, but I didn't want to leave the car there because I knew the marmot would go back in it. So, marmot's out after work. I go lift the hood, I'm inspecting it. So far, like the only damage I could see was that it chewed part of my engine silencer, and then my, wow, words have failed me. Like lining on the top of my hood, on the inside of my hood. So take it, but there's marmot poop everywhere. So I take it to the car wash, I power wash the engine bay, I use soap, everything. But when the car heats up still, it smells really bad. And very earthy smell, like not like a fluid smell, like all my fluids are good. So the moral of this story, or the thought of this story, is that it's either the poop still heating up, but we're like 2 weeks past this now, or the marmot might have had babies in my car and they're dead. Which is why it was so obsessed with my car. Which makes my heart hurt, except for the fact that like it really could have damaged my car, and like did cause some damage and caused a lot of stress. But I've got an appointment with Subaru, and I'm gonna have them take off the rock guards, like the skid guards, and the like check where the crankshaft goes in, because like the smell is horrendous. Like I have fabric softeners like shoved in my vents, trying to do anything I can to help. So there's my marmot story. But I'm driving down this road with, you know, obviously my windows down and the engine's warm, you know, and yeah, it smells really bad. So, but you guys have made it. I've only got 2 more miles, so thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoyed my marmot story and photos of my horror, because that is not something you want to see when you lift your hood. Made it back on to the road that goes into St Elmo, which is well maintained. We did it as a trio. Sadly, the Outback took a left, me and the Forester took a right, but we did it together. I'm kidding, I don't know. It wasn't, I always think it's worse than it is. I don't know. Actually, that was a pretty rough road. That took me a half hour to get out. So a half hour for 5 miles. So that should tell you it was a pretty decently rough road. Anyhow, we made it! Beans is uber excited. Stopped at Monarch Pass to go to the bathroom. And they just so happen to have ice cream. Yeah. Never too windy for ice cream. Oh yeah, big bite. Yeah. Ooh. You're okay. Do you want to lick the rest of your bowl? I feel like maybe I should hold you guys. That's really good ice cream. Wow. Okay, I think I'm just gonna hold you guys here. God bless America. Okay, I think I'm situated. I think I'm somewhat situated. We stopped at the top at Monarch Pass, like I said. Got him some ice cream. Look at this sandwich. This thing is gigantic. So I got a sandwich because I haven't eaten all day. Oops. And we're gonna finish heading on down the pass. It's a little too windy. I was gonna like sit in and take the view, but it's a tad too windy up here. Woof. Okay, taking this view with me, and then I'm gonna do the outro in the car. Whew. That was wild, man. I really did try. I really did try to do like a cute little outro with Fiends eating ice cream. Well, I told you what I thought about St. Elmo, but alas, wind. So I wish I could go back to the very beginning of this video and rewind when I said that I didn't think it was the most accessible. At the time, I had just gotten there, so I hadn't really thought about it or visited or walked around. So I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that they meant accessible. So if you are young, you have little kids, you have elderly with you, you have mobility challenges, you're in a wheelchair, you're on a walker, you have crutches, you can access this place. Like, it is very easy. So that's what I think they mean by most accessible. Although it also is very, very accessible via vehicle. So it's definitely one of the most accessibles that I have visited. So I think that's what they meant. So I wish I could rewind that, but I learned and you learned right along with me. But with that said, the accessibility does make it more of a tourist town. It felt at the time I was there, because there were so many people there, that it was a tourist trap. They did ebb and flow, so I was able to get some moments by myself to kind of like take it in and look around. But for being a really preserved town, it also didn't have like a lot of signage to help you know what you were looking at. So it was kind of like meh for me. It was really cool to see, and I think if you are in the Salida, Buena Vista, Leadville side, and it's an easy, 2-hour drive, absolutely, but I wouldn't like come over the pass or really go out of my way for it unless maybe I could visit in the winter, and that would be kind of fun. That said, beautifully preserved town, very accessible, so I think it's great for families. I'm gonna cough, excuse me. And so we had fun. I definitely enjoyed the drive to Hancock Romney. That's more my style, more my speed, climbing up the side of the mountain, looking at deteriorating things and picturing them like they used to be in St Elmo. So that's kind of fun. It's kind of a fun little mix of a day. So overall, I had a great day. I had a lot of fun visiting both of them. Obviously, you know, I'm just out here exploring Colorado and loving every second of it. So even something that's meh to me is still really fun, and I will have great memories with the fiends. So with that said, we are gonna head on down the pass, grab groceries, and head on back to the drop. And we will see you on the next adventure, which, Lord willing, I know where the road's gonna take us. And this is something I've been looking forward to all summer, and I'm probably gonna be emotional mess the entire time. So get to look forward to that. But until then, we will see you guys in the next adventure.